Meanwhile, in China, the real estate sector is in a slump. A few years back, Beijing bet everything on real estate. It was their growth engine. Real estate delivered up to 30% of China's growth. But a few months back, the entire sector collapsed. Developers started defaulting on their debt and left thousands of home buyers in the lurch. Until now, the impact of this collapse was limited to China, but now it's being felt beyond its borders, like in Malaysia. They have a Chinese ghost city in Malaysia, a $100 billion luxury project that has tanked. Most apartments are sitting empty and the buyers seem to have no recourse. Here's a report.
It promised to be a paradise in southern Malaysia. The structures are built on reclaimed islands, surrounded by luxury facilities. There's a water park, a garden maze, a beach, a shopping mall and a golf course. Everything that you can wish for. The forest city was supposed to have it, but the project failed to take off. Today, the forest city is called a ghost town. Barely 15% of the project has been built, and fewer than 10,000 people live here. But that's just 1% of the planned occupancy. The rest of the complex lies deserted. When the project was launched 7 years back, few had questioned its viability. Country Garden, a major Chinese developer, was behind it. They promised to invest $100 billion in the project, but their grand vision is far from being realized. So far, just $4.3 billion has been invested. Now its future seems uncertain. Country Garden is struggling. It has amassed almost $200 billion in debt. The developer has suffered losses. It has missed debt payments, and sales of homes are not picking up. In September this year, Country Garden's sales collapsed, dropping by a whopping 81%. With the turmoil back home, the future of Forest City seems uncertain. Country Garden says it's not abandoning the project, but needs money to rescue it. The Malaysian government has stepped in. A few months ago, they made some announcements. A special financial zone was created in Forest City. Visitors have been promised special perks, like a special income tax rate and multiple entry visas. Malaysia may need to do more than that. It needs money and investment to flow towards Forest City. Chinese developers might struggle to provide that. Reports say they owe as much as $390 billion. These are unpaid bills from operations. Then there are the loans. Country Garden owes over $190 billion. Evergrande is another developer in distress. It owes a whopping $340 billion. The defaults have hit the sector hard. In recent years, as many as 53 Chinese developers have collapsed, and there could be more in the coming days. China has its own ghost cities. Going by one claim, there are 65 million empty homes in China. Real estate developers built these homes, but they couldn't fill them up. China's real estate sector grew on the back of large loans, but now there's an oversupply. There are more homes than buyers, leaving Chinese officials with fewer options to revive failed projects.